welcome to the Stealthy Crafter. I'm Jessica, and today we are doing a Wip Chat. If you guys are new here and you don't know what Wip stands for, it stands for Work in Progress. And what normally happens during a Wip Chat is that you can bring out your own whips, you can drive, you can do chores, you can sit on the couch and listen to me ramble about what's been going on during my week. With that being said, I hope you guys are doing well. It is crunch time for me, considering next week is my kid's first day of school coming back literally next week. And I don't feel prepared, guys. I really don't. But first off, wanted to say was I noticed some people have been asking about what this little tool that I've been working on, and I realized it's been a while since I've talked about this. Excuse me, since I talked about this, cause I don't like trying to break my nails opening these Elizabeth Ward containers, and I know that a lot of people use tweezers, like the back of tweezers and stuff like that. But I usually like to use this little tool. And if you don't know what it is, it's actually from my sewing machine. Well, first one I was using. This is just in the replacement one. But it's called like a screwdriver. I think it's like a sewing machine screwdriver key. I do have a link for it down below if you're interested. I've normally put links down of most of the stuff that I'm using, but I've been getting a couple of I noticed that the last few weeks I've been getting like some questions about this, so that's what it is. And it's just because I don't like opening things with tweezers and with my fingers, so I normally use this little tool. So yeah, so sorry about that. So I hope you guys have been doing well. It's still hot out, but the temperature looks like it's going to go down this week, which is, thank goodness. It's still hot, guys. It's still hot. It's not like it's like, oh, it's suddenly in the 60s. No, it's still humid and hot, but at least it's a little bit cooler. At least maybe it'll feel like 90 instead of 100. But there hasn't been a lot. We haven't really done a lot this week. I've been saying that a lot. It's just because usually around this time, it's just nothing fun feels good going outside. Even my kid, Nicole, her best friend went to go on vacation last week, so she stayed home all day, for every single day because it was just too hot to go outside. There was like 3 days where it felt like 101, 3 days straight in a row, and we're just like, no thank you. No, because like the moment you open that door, it's just like immediately your whole body just starts sweating, and I'm like, nope, it just feels like this, it just like you got slapped in the face, and I'm like, nah, I just stay inside the AC. Although Friday was an interesting thing when we had no power for a bit. I'll get into that. But yeah, it wasn't really a high energy week. It's just been us mostly, like I said, the last few weeks, we've been just getting ready for school. I still haven't gotten clothes for Nicole. Like, Nicole has been very blasé about the whole experience, although she's been like, asking me when we're going to get clothes, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, you're ready to go clothes shopping? Whatever. But so I'm hoping to do that soon. I've been kind of spending most of the week trying to get the kids catched up with summer homework, because there's been times where we just haven't really done it, and it's just like I don't feel like doing it, and now it's kind of kicking us in the butt, because it's just like when they start kind of going, I don't wanna, I'm like, okay, I don't feel like arguing an hour plus with this. I mean, it's not required. Their homework's not required, so that's a good thing. It's more of an, if you do this, there's an incentive. And you get like, like for the twins, for instance, they're going to have a pizza party and a water activity. If they do one of the homework assignments, like just one packet, they get the water activity. If they do both of the assignments, like then they get both the water activity plus the pizza party. So they want to do that, and it's just been dragging I'm just dragging them by the teeth, like, come on, we can do it. We're literally We have 2 reading assignments, guys, and 4 more math, and that's it. We're done. I don't even know how many more Nicole has. She's been doing it by herself. She's just been like, whatever. I'm like, middle school they didn't really give incentives. I don't think it's just like more of an, hey, thank you, whatever, and then throw it. I don't know. But we'll see, because it's, like I said, it's not required. I'm pretty sure by the time she enters 7th grade that there's like some required type assignments, but right now we're just doing this. So yeah, I've been trying to get that. And speaking of, I'm gonna jump all over the place. So because I didn't really put things down at all, but since we're talking about homework, I gotta tell you about today. So I decided, before I come up here, we're going to do homework. We're going to get a couple assignments out. We knocked out 3 today, so that's why I feel good. But it was all reading, so it's like just trying to get all the reading stuff done. And I'm like, okay, so one of the assignments was, I'm not going to word it word for word, but essentially was along the lines of, what is your favorite ice cream flavor? Now, and then it says, please give reasons to support why it's the best flavor, right? Pretty simple. I thought that was a fair little essay. And, and I thought it was fun enough that they could have, they could just, enjoy themselves. Oh my gosh. This little man, he acted like it was the worst essay ever, the worst assignment in the world. So, my son, Michael. And it's so funny. It's so ridiculous, and it's so funny. So Jana, she's like, okay, I know exactly. And she's a girl after my own heart. Mint chocolate chip. I'm like, yes. And she's just like, her reasons why it's best is because it's very minty and very chocolatey. And I'm like, you know what? I'll accept it. It's the end of summer. I don't care. Your guys are going into 3rd grade. We don't need to give, in-depth reasons. But anyway, so Michael's like, I can't choose. All ice cream flavors are my favorite. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's help the dude out. He doesn't normally need help. It's usually Jana that needs help. And it's funny because the last couple assignments, it's all been him. It's because of trying to use your imagination. The kid is very matter of fact. So and I'm still chuckling about it. Because of what happened. So he's all like, all ice cream flavors are my favorite. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to help him out. I'm going to give, third shot out here, I'm like, hey, how about this? Just say it vanilla. And he goes, but vanilla isn't my favorite. I'm like, no, hear me out. I know it's not your favorite, but it is a really good, decent ice cream flavor, okay? And the reason being is because it's so versatile. It's in the base of a lot of ice creams, to make into a different flavor. You can use it for, so many desserts, like pies, cakes, cookies, brownies, like that. Just basically say something along those lines. OMG, guys, he threw such a fit over it. I'm like, what is going on? He was just like, no, because this isn't my favorite flavor. I don't want to write this. I'm like, okay, well then what is your favorite flavor? All of them. I'm like, okay, can you talk about all of them? No, because they want me to pick one. I'm like, so we were just going in circles. We were just like, he finished his homework assignment though. He finally did what I asked him. I was just like, just do this. I'm like, it's not a big deal. The teacher doesn't ever, I've noticed that the teacher doesn't even really ask them anything about what's in their books. They just usually kind of skim through it to see if you actually did the assignments, and that's pretty much it. So I'm like, it's okay. It's going to be all right, dude. Okay. And he did it while grumbling. And then he went upstairs. He's like, I'm going to go take a nap. Excuse me. And I just went, okay, go take that nap, dude. So that's another thing that's been going on. So we've started waking up early in this household, which all of us are hating. But I'm very, we gotta do it. I haven't been as strict as I should have been, I guess. But I've been trying to tell them, guys, that they can't stay up late anymore, and they seem to think that I'm kidding. I'm like, no, we really can't stay up late anymore. You guys are getting up earlier. So this week we're waking up at 8 o'clock. Well, last week we were waking up at 8 o'clock. This week we're going to start waking up at 7 o'clock starting tomorrow. I gave them a reprieve because over the weekend, I kind of like pushed it back to 9 o'clock just for that. But once tomorrow starts, we're going to go to 7 o'clock, and then that way, by the time school is starting next week, we are ready for 6 o'clock. I am not ready, but let's pretend. But that means that we also all have to go to bed early. And I have been really bad about doing that as well. So, but I'm expecting the kids to do as I say, not as I do, kind of thing. Although they don't know how late I stay up, but they can kind of tell with how groggy I am in the morning. But Michael and Jana, they have both been like just wanting sleep. They're trying to squeeze in as many sleepovers they can in each other's rooms as possible. They're trying to stay up past 9:30. And I'm like, guys, school's going to be 7:20 in the morning. You guys can't stay up so late anymore. I know you guys drag your butt in the morning. I can't have you guys do this like on the first day of school. We gotta get used to going to bed at 8:30 or something like that. And every single time, Jana has to come downstairs like 4, 5, 6 times before she finally settles down. And it's always one of these two things. My eyes are not sleeping, and can I have a sleeping gummy? And it's a flip whether we feel like she should have one, because I don't want to give her a sleeping gummy all the time. Or this one she always goes back on all the time. My tummy hurts. Can I have a bowl? And it's just like, and I keep telling we can't just give them food at the end of the day because her stomach always hurts. But I know she's not going to throw up. But she's trying to use it as a reason to stay up, to try and stay downstairs. Although if you ask her, no, I'm not. But I feel like that is because it's always like that. And I'm like, okay, are you going to throw up? No, but I might. Oh, okay. So they're not going to be able to keep doing this much longer, guys. And then let's see. So that's one part of the things that we've been dealing with. So yeah, we have that, and I'm not sleeping very much because, well, I'm having trouble sleeping, and 2, I've been pushing myself awake to stay up as long as possible to finish up my diamond paintings. And I know it's not a competition, it's not a race, it's not, but I have this goal in my head, and I need to accomplish said goal. I know I'm not going to anymore, so I had to make a new goal. But I'm still pushing to finish the goal. So I wanted to get both Paisley and this painting, which is Where the Fun Never Ends. I wanted to get both of these done before tomorrow, which will be August 1st. I know, I'll be posting this on August 1st. There's no way. I'm almost at the bottom, as you guys can see here, but there's no way. I've pushed hard. I finished Paisley, and that's why I stayed up late. I stayed up late. Oh goodness, how many days in a row did I stay up late for? We won't talk about that. I stayed up a little too late, just to continue to finish Paisley. Although one night I was not feeling well, I had a headache, so I couldn't really do much about that. So I had to rest my head for that, and I was just like, and that messed up with my sleep schedule as well, because I went to sleep early, and then I woke up like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, okay, I'm awake now. But yeah, I'm just like trying to do that, and then once I'm finished with Paisley, I've been pushing to get this done. So I finished Paisley, like, goodness, which night was it? I stayed up till 2 a.m. on, I think it was a Friday night, so it was like Saturday morning by the time I went upstairs. And I was just like, I crashed around almost 4 o'clock because I was like, I'm finished. And then I was like putting stuff up. I didn't even kit down. I just like left it. I'm like, okay, I'll start kitting you down in the during my friend's live stream. I'll kit you down. So that's what I did. But the next day after I woke up, got the kids ready, and everything, I did a bit of a time lapse stuff. So I started working up here, doing some time lapse things. I've been trying to get some every day. It's not working very well because I switched gears and went to Paisley. So, but then yesterday I worked on this. I had to stop a lot. So I was promised that I would have been able to work all day on this, but I had to stop for a lot of reasons, because, being a mom. But I was like, I had to stop a bit, but I got a row done and then 2 sections. My goal was trying to get two and a half rows done, so that way I would be done by today if I could push through. But yeah, I'm now my new goal is to be done by the end of this week. So I don't know if I can do that, because this is, like I said, I'm in crunch time with school. So I got it's going to be like every day starting on Wednesday, barring the weekends, I'm going to go to a school of whichever place. I'm going to either Nicole's school or the twin school. So, and it's going to be every day Wednesday on, and then of course Monday as well, and then Tuesday is like their first day. So it's just like after Wednesday, it's just like go, 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 go. So I might not be able to do anything until the weekend, but then maybe by the weekend, I'm going to be actually getting our oldest kid, her clothes that I've been trying to get, because I don't think she can go to school with the clothes that she's wearing, guys. I don't think so. She's outgrown them, and I'm trying to get her to go do stuff. And right now she's all like, I don't want graphic t-shirts, I don't want this, I don't want, baby clothes. I'm like, what do you want? I don't know. Kid, you're killing me. You're killing me. But let's see. But one of the things that has happened, my husband and her had to go to see an eye doctor last Friday. And on that same token, we got a message from our power company, our electric company, that they were shutting down power for a while. Luckily it wasn't, but I knew that with some of the stuff that they were saying, they were like, it was like going to be like 3-4 plus hours. It's like, power will not be on until 2:30 a.m. I'm not a.m. but p.m. I'm like, it's the hottest day of the week. What do you mean? What do you mean? What? And so I had to go and prep. I charged up my power bank because I was like I said, I was desperate to get Paisley done. I'm like, I don't care if I'm going to be in absolute silence. I am going to be working on Paisley no matter what. But I had to tell the kids to keep the blinds closed downstairs. Trying to keep the house as cool as possible. And they didn't understand. They're like, why can't we open the blinds? I'm like, you see the brightness out there that the sun's hitting us with? Because the sun beats on our side of the house. Depending on where. In the mornings it beats on the front of our house, and then in the evenings it beats on the back. And it's just, it's always hot upstairs. So it's like a sauna. So, had to keep everything downstairs to keep it cool, and once the AC cuts out. So luckily we had like bushes in the front of our downstairs office, so that way it stays cool there. It stays cool a lot in that room. I love that room in the summertime. Not so much in the wintertime, because in the wintertime I'm like by that window and I'm freezing. Excuse me. But yeah, the kids didn't understand that. But we didn't have to survive without power for too long. We packed a cooler. We put all the drinks and stuff from the fridge into the cooler to try and make sure that nothing gets spoiled, like a lot of lunch meats and stuff like that. But yeah, the power went off right as I said. I thought for a minute, oh, they skipped us, because it was like the power wasn't off just yet. they sent out a text message like 3 or 4 minutes, like, power has been shut off, and you shut off. Prepare for temporary disruptions and stuff. I'm like, oh, well, our power didn't shut off. That's great. That's wonderful. And then like 3 minutes later, the power shuts off. I'm like, dang it. And my husband hasn't left yet, so we had to open the garage manually, which sucked. And then we had to close it manually, which sucked. And he went on his way with Nicole, so they went to go see the eye doctor. He's been needing to get new glasses. I don't know. I mentioned this before, but he's been dealing with like corneal abrasions on his eyes the last few years, and the eye doctor that we were going to wasn't going to really do much with his prescription until it healed up. But she wasn't really a big help anyway. So we went back to the doctor that we were seeing, the eye doctor that we were seeing. And this is proof is why we have to, like, my husband always doesn't like traveling the hour plus to wherever. But this is why we traveled the hour plus. It's because the ones that we go to are good at their job. So he and Nicole went there, and Nicole's vision I knew definitely changed, so she's getting new glasses. But my husband, my poor husband, he's like, so this is going to be a thing about next week. It's just like, because I was joking about how I felt old. He felt old this time around. He's like, oh gosh. And the lady there was giving her spiel of like, once we hit 40, our eyesight starts to change again. He's like, because his eyesight has changed. It changed. He knew that it changed quite a bit, so he it hasn't. It's not like a gradual change like it normally has been, but it's more of an abrupt change. So now he has to definitely get a whole new prescription for him. So he's mad, but he's also excited about the same time about the fact that he'll be able to see again. I'm like, yay! Because we've been waiting for his eyes to heal. And she, and this is another reason why he likes this doctor too, compared to the other one. And I don't know why we switched or whatnot, but because because he hates the little air poof tool that they use, right? That he hates that. So even though it's like an extra $20-$50, he gets to have these drops put in his eye instead to get looked at instead. So he's doing that instead. He does not like the airproof machine at all. And like they fight with him on it so much. It's so funny. Although he probably wouldn't agree, but yeah, he's more for the this place back to the old place again. So yeah, it's a bit of a drive, but you know, it's worth it. I mean, there's other places that are closer by, but this is where we're used to these people, so so that's what we're gonna do. It's funny because I did the same thing like when I was pregnant with the twins. We moved the offices. It was the same office, but we moved moved to a different location, and had to switch to a whole different doctor. Same with the pediatricians, doctors, and stuff like that. And after the twins were born, I regretted the whole switching their pediatricians. I'm like, no, can we please switch them back to their old pediatrician? I need them back to them, instead. Because the twins couldn't get seen at all. So I'm like, I don't care that this place is closer. They're not being seen as often as they can be, like, because they kept rescheduling it, and it's like we're getting chewed out for the fact that they're not getting their shots and stuff like that. I'm like, but I am scheduling it, and then you guys change it because the doctor's not available. It's like, what am I supposed to do? So I went back to my old doctor, and I love him so much for that. He's really good with the kids. So so it's like we should have never changed anything. We should have just sucked it up and kept going to the old spots. But But that's okay. I understood because he was tired. He worked when at the time he was still driving to work, and it's an hour plus to go into work with traffic and everything. So it sucked. And he didn't want to do that, on his days off, or like whenever I had to go see an appointment, or when the twins had to go in for an appointment. But oh well. But we also have to drive all the way into the city if we wanted to get some, if we are craving some other food too. So it's like, well, that's all right. Let's see. But yeah, they got their glasses, and luckily while they were out, the power didn't stay off very long. Excuse me. I'm still have this cough. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, the power stayed off for like maybe 40 minutes. It was funny because they left, and when they left to go to the eye doctor, the power came on maybe about 10 minutes after they left. I'm like, of course it would. So I started putting everything back. I waited like maybe an hour before I started putting everything back, because I was like, I'm not going to start putting things back, opening the fridge, and everything, and then the power shuts off again. I didn't want to risk that. I'm like, I'll wait. So no, it stayed on. So I'm like, okay, and I had to reset everything, which sucked. Get all the electronics with the right clocks now. And it's just, I don't like it. But then I was able to open the blinds up for the kids and everything, and have the AC start working, which was so great, because at that point it was already feeling like 95, and I was just like, it's already starting to feel like a sauna with the curtains closed still. Let's see, what else has happened? Trying to think, because there were a couple of things that went on. Some WoW stuff that I've been doing. We had an achievement run earlier this week. Got my mount, so it took me about 2 hours to get that. I'm really excited about that. Let's see, yeah, that's an S. Okay, there we go. See, I haven't really played it much. I had to skip out on Wednesday because I wasn't feeling well. I had that headache, like I was mentioning before. And then Tuesday we basically did our skip run, and that was it. And of course the cloak did not drop this time around. I'm like, dang it, of course it wouldn't. So I'm just going through it. But my friend, she's back into WoW again. She's been having a blast. I've been like trying not to tell her all the spoilers. I'm like, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. I almost did it at one point. I'm like, nope, 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 nope. I'm horrible, because I just sometimes I just blurt things out without realizing I spoiled the whole thing. So I have to make sure I'm not saying anything. All I said was things like, "Oh, it's going to get sadder," or you're gonna love something. Something's going to happen," and that's pretty much it. Because I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to be a ruin. I don't want to ruin things. Let's see. So I'm excited about this next coming month, because yee, Sailor Summer. So if you guys don't know, the Diamond Help Desk, Sophie, she is doing a Sailor Summer event. So I got myself all prepped. I'm ready to go, guys. So the only thing I haven't gotten ready is putting the washi tape on my Sailor Moon kit. So and this thing is big. It's a big canvas, but there's a lot of color blocking. But I was just, like I said, I was kind of hoping to be done with this, so that way I could put that one up here, because there's no way I can work on it downstairs. My desk is too tiny for that. I have a computer desk, but there's not enough room width-wise to hold it down. So I would have to work up here for that. But I'm excited. But yeah, I have to put the washi on it. I have the washi right now. And I have the I bought the putty. I bought this putty from Painting with Pitties. I bought that one. I was like, Yes, I'm I'm a sucker for anything Sailor Moon. Yes. So I got that. And then I also had to buy the Bella Art de Nicole trays. So I was like, yes, I'll do that too. And I have a Sailor Moon. I got a bunch of Sailor Moon stuff. So I can't buy anything else, guys. I'm done for a long while. But my husband was really nice though. He bought he used his his points, the points that were I had to use for the magician's table, like when I thought he got that with his points, and I bought it with my own points. He decided to be really nice because I was just like, oh, I can't get cancer from a bug because it finally restocked. So I wanted to get that one, and he used his points to get the Chrysabug, both Chrysabugs. There was a one that came out this week too, so it was like tea time spell. So he used his points for that, and then he also got the herbalist helper for me. So I'm like, yay! But that's pretty much it. There's no more. I'm just gotta wait for those. I have to wait for those three to come in, and then I have two more that I've ordered a while back that I need to come in. So I don't know when those will show up. But I'm excited about it. But I can't do anything more. We're done. We're tapped out. We're the bank is empty. In all seriousness, I'm the bank isn't empty. It's just more of a we can't. And I'm like, yeah, that's okay. I did. Admittedly, I went a little nuts with this. I don't normally do that. So. So I'm just kind of done for now. I'm literally on a no buy. I got no choice. But let's see. But yeah, I'm really excited. But I wanted to start tomorrow. I wanted to go ahead and start it. But I think what I'm going to do is I am going to work on this. I do have a time lapse ready for you guys. I don't know who likes them. I like them, but I don't know who really truly likes them. I do. I've noticed something. I'm going to keep to myself. But I noticed a trend whenever I post a time lapse though, and it makes me shake my head and go, why? But at the same time, it's like, oh well, you know. But I like the time lapse videos, guys. I'm not gonna stop making them. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try and get better at it. I wanna eventually get a second camera to work on this, to work on different angles and stuff, and I wanted to get a different uh-oh. I see my phone going off. I want to know why. Okay. So goodness. Oh, that's why. Okay, my phone's not connecting to the camera anymore, so I'm gonna have to shut it off manually. Fun. So you'll get to see me fiddling around with the GoPro after this. Yay. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Shiny keys. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I wanted to get another camera. Eventually, not now, but I wanted to get another camera, or use my phone. But if I'm going to use my phone, I gotta get another setup kind of thing going on. And if I'm going to do that, I might move the table out a bit, but I can't move it out too much because I need to open my bedroom door. So it's just things I'm trying to think of. I was thinking maybe buying one of those desk. I can't drop the money like those Canva desk lamps, but I want something similar without the ring light kind of thing, because I did get something like that when I started this whole thing. It was like for webcams and stuff like that, but I used my phone. But it's just that my phone's so heavy, I had to like weigh it down with books and things while I was doing my recordings and stuff. But then I traded it up for I really should grab that thing out. I still have that thing. There was like it was like a mounted It was like a metal, goodness, it was a contraption attached to my desk that just like held everything. I loved it in a way, but it was just, it wasn't as, it was causing a lot of scratches on the sides of the tables and indents, and I didn't want to continue to do that, especially since like at one point, I had to start working in the dining room, and I couldn't bring that in there. So I got this little setup, which is just basically a tripod and an extended like little selfie stick attached to it, and then attached to the GoPro. So I mean, like that's that, and it's still so heavy. I have it weighed down by a memory foam, a memory foam pillow right now. Like that's what's weighing this thing down to keep it from toppling over. And I'm like, maybe I should just buy the sandbag or something at this point, or buy a better tripod. But that's going to be something way down the road. I know my husband doesn't want to buy diamond paintings for birthdays and Christmases and stuff like that, but maybe if I well, this isn't technically diamond painting, but maybe if I word it like as a, it just will help improve my recording, he'll be all for it. And it would actually. I've been looking at some stuff that I wanted to kind of just do little upgrades, but yeah, like I said, right now can't buy anything, so I'll just have everything tucked in the background until I can afford stuff. Let's see. There was something I really was thinking about, but I can't remember. Uh-oh. Why did things want to topple out? There we go. Alright, sorry about that. I just need one of those. Another thing I've been doing is I was like wanting to start working on flower delivery too. But that one's kind of like more of a not like it's not pushed off till later. It's more of I'm waiting until the kids go back to school. Because I want to make that into a time-lapse video too. Like I said, I've been like wanting to do a lot of time-lapse stuff. And I'm picking things that I would like to do for that but yeah, I'm like just thinking about doing that instead, but because it's a huge canvas as well, so I would have to kind of wait to pull that out. I'm not completely done kitting that up, to be honest. I kitted up half of it. But it's just that I don't have enough of these anymore, and my Sailor Moon kit needs more of these, because I have like let's see, I have 10 bags of 939, and then like it was like 9 bags of 550. And I had to make do. I had to just use one container, and then like, okay, I'll just keep filling up with the baggies. So, and I need at least these two for something. But I was wanting to kit up another kit. I was thinking about kitting up Aquarius by Roy Trin, because I wanted to do like What's Your Sign and What's Your Sign DP, or I forgot. I have it written down, but I wanted to do that too. I wanted to follow that along, but it's just like, am I going to have the time? I'm already pushing myself with all this. I'm like, but the time-lapse one isn't really me pushing myself. That one can be done whatever. But then what do I do for Thursdays? So I don't know if I'll have time-lapse Thursdays every Thursday now, but maybe every other Thursday, possibly. I don't know. I like the longer ones instead of like doing 2 to 5 minute ones. I like the fact that I make a longer one, and this one should be longer, the one I'll post this week. But yeah, I'm trying to figure things out. I'm trying to get back into the groove now that the kids are going back to school. I won't have as much time as I would like, since with as before, because back then all 3 kids were in the same school. So all 3 had the same schedule. This time, with Nicole being in middle school and with the twins being in grade school, we have multiple pickups and drop-offs. So the morning's going to kind of almost stay the same in a way. but um, but the afternoon's going to be a bit different. So in the morning, like, we can drop off the twins, and then depending on what time we do this, we can drop Nicole off, or have to go back home and then wait around and then drop Nicole off, and then we turn around and then have to go and oh no. So it sounds like my toilet's running again. Guys, I'm so sorry. I thought my husband fixed the issue yesterday, and it was all day it was working, and now it sounds like it's not. We were doing so well. It was doing such a good job, and now it's doing it again. I even commended him. I even went, "Yeah, you're awesome. You figured it out," because it woke me up so much one night. So sorry, I'm going off the rails. Anyway, um. Anyway, we're back to where I was talking. So it's pickup that's going to be a bit different, because with the twins, they're like 40 minutes earlier than Nicole on at the beginning, and it's gonna just suck, because like normally we get home by close to 3. When we usually go pick up the kids and everything. We usually get home close to 3. This time around, might be 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then I have to get them to do homework. My husband's thinking maybe what he'll do is, like, I'll just stay home instead, and then he'll pick up the twins, drop them off. I get started with them with homework, and then he goes and picks up Nicole, and then comes home, and then I have her just do her homework while I start dinner, because I know people are gonna be like weirded out, but I like to have an early dinner when the kids are in school, especially with the elementary kids, because we have to get up. The school starts like 7:30ish. I'm not gonna give you the exact time, but it's about 7:30ish. And it's early o'clock in the morning where we have to wake up, and they eat early, so I'm going to have to make dinner early because they're going to be starving, and usually I want to have dinner done by 5:30. Summertime, it's been kind of like all over the place. But excuse me. But goodness gracious. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep to that schedule. I would like to, but at the same time, I don't know what's going to be different, with everything. And this was the last year where they were all in the same school. From now on, they will never be in the same school again. Like, Nicole's going to spend all 3 years of her all 3 years in middle school, and then she's going to jump into high school. And by the time she jumps into high school, they're going to jump into middle school. And yeah, they might be in the same high school, but here's the kicker: ninth grade has their own separate building. So by the time she hits 12th grade and they hit ninth grade, they're going to be in a separate building still. So they will not see each other at all now. And they're a little upset, but at the same time, I think with how they're acting with each other this summer, they're going to be glad that they can't see each other. And he's excited. So he's excited because now he's going to be in the big kid pickup area instead of being in the small kid pickup area, because he doesn't have to deal with this one teacher anymore. I'm excited about that too, because good Lord, that teacher was a witch. I would like to say something else, but I can't. Oh, that reminded me. Okay, I knew what I was going to say. I had a note over here somewhere to. Okay. You'll love this. Noelle, no, it's a rant. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, he doesn't want to. He didn't want to be in the same area as her, because she rags on him all the time. Like this, there's some people who should not become teacher assistants or teachers in general. That person never should have done it. I mentioned this before. This is the same person who has told my son that she's a kindergarten assistant. Now she's not anymore. The kindergarten teacher that my son was with, she's fully retired, so she's moved on to become a first grade assistant, which I feel so sorry for those kids. But this is back in kindergarten, like very beginning of kindergarten. You know how kids believe in magic, fairies, unicorns, mermaids, Santa, Easter Bunny, etc. Right? You want to keep the magic going. Michael was telling her all about unicorns because Jana's not into unicorns as much as she used to be, but when she was a kindergartner, oh my god, she loved unicorns to pieces. Like almost every other kindergarten kid, right? She looked at Michael dead face straight in his face and went, "There's no such thing as unicorns." And that upset him, because Michael's very matter of fact, and he and when things kind of get changed, like, or breaks his mind, his worldview, he'll get upset for a bit, and it's like takes some time to adjust. So, but I'm just like, what teacher or teacher assistant, for a kindergarten, I can understand 5th grade or something like that, maybe even 3rd grade, but I mean, like, let the kid believe in unicorns. What does it hurt? you know? Because like Jana, she still believes in unicorns, and I know it's probably bad, but I like to keep the belief going. She believes in unicorns and mermaids, and I've gone from yes, they are real, to, well, we don't know if they're not real or not, but it's like I love to pretend that they're real, because who knows, maybe they are, and we just don't know what they really look like, like that. And we have we bought this Unicorn Society book, and we've gotten all into it. I love it, so she's still into unicorns, not as much anymore, but she's still into it. But when he came home, like, from that whole experience, I didn't know why he was upset, but Jana was going on her spiel about unicorns. Now remember, this is kindergarten, okay? You guys don't know this. You guys, I never really got to tell you guys. I mean, I've mentioned this from time to time, but you guys weren't around when I was in the midst of it, because I think I started this like right at the end of kindergarten graduation when I started my channel. So you guys didn't get to hear my rant about this wolf. Oh my god. So like, he comes home. They're doing their little kindergarten homework. Jana's going on about unicorns. She's decorating stuff and being her little cutesy 5-year-old self. And then Michael just pops up going, saying the teacher's name and going, "She says there's no such thing as unicorns." And Jana broke down. I'm like, just like, "Michael, why did you do that?" "Well, so and so, she says there's no such thing. So there's no such thing as unicorns." And I'm just like, okay, damage control. It's just like, okay, I was, and it just, like, they were upset for, like, the longest time. They had to ask me so many questions. Well, if unicorns aren't real, does that mean mermaids aren't real? If unicorns aren't real, does that mean the Tooth Fairy? And I'm just like, I do not like this woman. I do not like this woman. So yeah, ever since that day, I have had a vendetta against her. See, I didn't have such an issue with her. Nicole was within that same class when she was in kindergarten. Sorry. And I didn't get the warm and fuzzies from her when I saw her when I was dealing with her when Nicole was in kindergarten. But it wasn't anything bad. It's just that she seems to not like boys very much, and you can tell. She doesn't seem to like children, but boys less so. And she always has it out for Michael. She, like, this was in the midst of, what, as well, by the way, when schools were finally letting kids to come back, and the kids, and we had to have those e-learning days. And she would always pick on Michael all the time. Like, there were times where, like, she goes, "I can't hear you, Michael," like that. And she's just like, and he's like yelling the answer, like, and we don't have the best of we didn't have the best of internet where, well, we have good internet, but the but it didn't connect very well to their tablets that they got, like especially in the dining room. It didn't reach out very well. He could watch her and he can listen to her, but sometimes she couldn't hear him, and she would get on to him about it. Now Michael's I told you Michael's very smart, and he was like for a kindergarten he was extremely sharp for his age. But she would get on to him, and then I would poke my head into view, and then her tone's all sweet, and I'm like, yeah, don't treat my kid like that. Completely different attitude, because I'm like sitting there out, not in the I'm trying to make sure my face doesn't get seen, because I'm listening to between two conversations, and then of course Nicole's like in the other room with her teachers. Oh, those were some really rough times trying to keep the schedule. I had like a written list of who goes to what WebEx class and when is lunch, when is playtime, when do they go to this one, what's class activity. Oh, good Lord. And then charging their tablets in between. It was a rough time, and I did not like this teacher assistant. I despised. So and the reason why I'm going on about this is because she's part of the pickup line. So what happens is she has to tell she keeps watch of the kids while they're getting picked up. She's in the small kid area. So like almost every other day we have something for Michael, like basically she's yelling at him, telling him I don't care, shut up, and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you don't treat your kids like that, because like there's Michael has what we affectionately call old man bladder. He goes when he wants to go, man. We've been trying to tell him, you got to learn to hold it a little bit, dude. But there's been times where he's just like, he's not talking, and she thinks he's talking, and then like she gets onto him, and then he's like, oh, I wasn't talking. She's like, I don't care, shut up. And it's like, you don't tell the kid like that. No, you're the teacher. And then there was like, there was one time when he broke down in the car, like it broke my heart. Like he was screaming, I hate her, I hate this school. It's like, because he doesn't normally do that, and and we wrote an email to the principal and never gotten anything about that. So I'm a little disappointed about that. So, but now he doesn't have to worry about her. I feel sorry for all the other kids that do. We've tried our best on that, and it seems that hopefully she only has like a few more years, because she was like been around as long as the other normal teacher has been. So hopefully she'll stop being an assistant soon? ? We'll see. But Michael is extremely happy he doesn't get to see her anymore. So, and I guess I can give you one more thing. The thing I was like, oh yeah, so we got new neighbors. Yeah. Oh goodness, right? New neighbors. I probably won't start a new section since it's just a short little thing, but So we've noticed that the neighbors, not across the street but diagonally, that they packed up and they left. About end of June, I want to say. And then this previous weekend, we noticed a new moving van and more people moving in, and we're like, okay, that's cool. And I'm like, wait, I didn't see a for sale sign or anything like that. And then I was like, I didn't see any sell signs. And I'm like, oh gosh, don't tell me that they're renters. My suspicions are correct. So I don't care if the place is renting or not, okay? But we have an HOA, and this HOA does not allow renters. Like I said, I'm not gonna snitch, but unless, and this is why I'm highly debating about snitching to the HOA about these people. They're only been here for a while, but it was Saturday night, they're still moving in. So it's like, okay, you know, I'm trying to give them leeway. But they were up till, like, because I was up that late, right? But they woke up the kids at about, it was close to 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Just banging around and just hollering and stuff. And Nicole came running out going, what was that sound, you know? And it was them. But they've been doing it and nonstop. And I found out that there's 5 cars. I'm like, good lord. So they're blocking part of, not our driveway, but like when we pull out, we're going to have to be very careful about not, you know, the way, depending on where they're parking, that we're not getting close to them. I'm just like, oh goodness. And on top of that, it looks like college kids. All of them look like college kids. I'm like, oh boy. Please don't tell me that we're going to just have constant noise every day, because it has been almost every night has been just loudness. And I know it's summer, but school's about to start, guys. I can't have my kids not sleeping because they want to they want to party every single night. I don't mind that, but come on. You're in a residential neighborhood. Please don't. Not past 10:30. No. I think like the quiet ordinance here is like 10 o'clock. I'll allow it up to 10:30, you know, but once you hit that 11 o'clock, midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I'm kind of done. I'm kind of wanting to get some sleep too. So I'm like, I'm trying to give them leeway because they just moved in, but I am very frustrated and sleepy because they want to be loud. Sorry, I just realized I started shaking my coffee cup. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm just like, all right, well, just give them a little bit. Just let's give them a few more weeks. Let them settle in, and if they continue with their racket, we'll see what to do. Because I don't know what to do because I don't know where to reach the owner or anything like that. So. But yeah, it's like, I feel like one of those old people now that, get off my lawn, you know, I've become one of them, oh no. But at the same time, it's like, can you guys please just not make too much, none of us has really complained to them, but at the same time, we're like, can you please just not really, please? But yeah, anyway, if you like this video, I'm gonna wrap it up. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you want. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!